Good evening. Man, I'm in a much better place. It feels good to be myself again. I feel better than myself actually today. You know, I was worried going in this morning how I was going to feel. Like, was it going to linger or any of that? But I think I did all the right shit I needed to do. And today, I just felt free. I felt free. I think all that stuff I'm doing is working. I felt free. You know, I said my goodbye to that person. You know, and then I was finally blocked, which is good because I got to say it, they got to read it, and that's all that I wanted. And then I got to like really, I got to really just be at work, you know, and I started really thinking about like everything in a different way. Like I've been in this fog for the last couple of days, you know, with everything. And you know what I'm learning is that I could get through fucking anything clean. Anything. You know, this was tough. You know, like I just got out of a relationship, and then to get into like a long distance was tough. But you know, like it was good while it lasted until the end. You know, and so you know now I feel free. I do. I want to say something here, though, to anybody that may be watching this. Maybe you're learning how to get through your stuff. You know, I had some stuff, some situations happen with social media recently, today, and you know, be careful who you talk to on there. That's all I gotta say. And I want to say this too, like if anybody goes from my social media to these videos, I'm not looking to have a physical relationship with anybody right now where there's no content, no context, any of that. So don't. If somebody needs to say something to me, say it to me directly, you know, and I'll leave it at that. So that's that. I mean, sure, that shit sounds good, right? But my first thought is always wrong. Whatever sounds good probably isn't good right now. So yeah, I'll leave it at that. Yeah, today ended up being a great day. I feel excited. I haven't felt excited in a couple days, you know. And I don't know, like, there was excitement, you know. I'd look on my phone and I'd get a message, and I was excited for that, and then kind of like put aside things that I was doing to entertain that. And this was different. For some reason, life just seems like it is going to get so much better. And I also believe that like my higher power is working in the most mysterious ways right now for me. You know, and you know, God puts people in our lives and takes people out of our lives too. Sometimes people are seasonal. That's okay. Learning to appreciate the time that you have with somebody, even if it's short-lived, is really the key. Learning to not want to control it is the other key. And just being who you are. Like I don't have any regrets in these last 6 months. Not one. I don't have a regret of, you know, having feelings towards somebody. I don't regret that. It was awesome. I got to fucking feel good for a minute, you know? And I hope they did too. I don't have, that's not a regret. Coming across somebody that's like nice to me and talks to me sweetly and they're genuine and, you know, even some intense feelings. I don't regret that. I might have regretted how it ended, But I don't regret how it ended. It ended the way it needed to end. And, I couldn't say this yesterday or the day before. I couldn't say that. But I can honestly say that with conviction. And I know that has everything to do with where I'm at in my recovery, where I'm at in life, where I'm at mentally. Because before even talking to this person, I was already at a place of, I got my higher power, I've got a mission, I'm working my recovery, I want to help people. All of that stuff was in place. So meeting somebody or talking to somebody, I was ready for that. They might not have been, but I was. And I was able to give the type of love that I will give to the next person I come across. I'm not going to change that. I was given advice that, don't love somebody so hard. No, what are you talking about? Anybody that, okay, so if you don't know me and you're going to meet me, I want you to know something. I'm going to give you as much love as I possibly can if I'm into you. Now, am I going to stalk you? Am I going to overwhelm you? Am I going to reach out? Just tell me to do a certain thing and I'll listen. And if that person disagrees with it, then look back, I did. But I will listen to whoever tells me what. I will follow their lead. If they tell me they don't want to reach out to me and they don't reach out to me, I'll follow that. I've learned that I can do that now. And if they tell me to slow down, I'll slow down. But I'm going to give the type of love that I feel I would want. And that's, at least I know I have that. I don't feel guarded. I don't hate myself. I can look at myself in the mirror. I take care of myself. There's a lot of self-care going on. Sure, I'm in a house where there's unmanageability right now, but that's all going to go away. That's also temporary. That's all going to change. And it wouldn't be that way if I was still getting loaded. Here's what I do know. When I get loaded, I know exactly what's going to happen. Shit's getting fucked up. I'm going to do weird, stupid shit, and then I'm going to regret it all and live in shame until I get my next bag. That's what the fuck is going to happen. And then I'll go through this darkness to where I'm either watching a bunch of videos trying to get through it that way, or I'm going to go show up to meetings and, listen to all the shares. And then, because I went to meetings and then I'd go get loaded, and then I wouldn't make meetings until I was really feeling bad for myself, and then I would go back and make meetings. And eventually I stopped saying how much time I had. Eventually I just wanted people to see that I was there. Heaven forbid somebody asked me, well, how much time do you have right now? Because then I was put in a situation, do I lie or do I tell the truth? And I don't ever want to be in a situation where I lie. I'll tell the truth. And I know that now because I tell the truth. I don't lie. I'm not lying about shit. Anything I've said is 100% true. I'm impeccable with my word, inside to myself and to others. That you get with me. Whoever is going to ever come across my path, you're going to get my truth. I'm not going to candy coat the shit. I will tell the truth. It's too tough to fucking try to figure out what I said. Oh, I wonder if I said this, or if I wonder if I said that. I lived that life. I lied about not coming into work or any of that stuff. And I feel good about myself. This might have sucked, but I still feel good about myself. And I'm not an idiot either. I can't do what I do for a living and be a dumbass. I know there's some managers out there that might think otherwise, but they know what's up. I can sense bullshit, and so just come at me real. That's all. Come at me real. Tell me what's up, what's really going on, and I will answer you honestly. Got me a new vape. Guess what I didn't get? A pack of cigarettes. Back on track, man. I feel good today. Guess what? I'm gonna feel way better tomorrow. Way better tomorrow. And I think what I'm gonna do is hit this meeting here in a minute, and then I'm gonna fucking go to the gym tonight late, so that way tomorrow I'm gonna get some more out today. That's just gym twice today. Sure, it sounds like an obsession, but I have this plan, and I think that it's working. Because there's some mental exhaustion going on. What I won't do is leave the kids fucking till 7 a.m. And that's not a shot on somebody specifically. That's just, I'm not going to do that, Okay, that was kind of a lie. So I just lied after I said I wasn't going to lie. But they're better now. I believe they're better now. I believe they're in a better place now. So that was a shot too. It's like I got all these people fucking. There's some resentments. But I'm gonna do that. It's like damn. It's like I got out of 2 fucking back-to-back. Near the end, they both ended the same way. Except for that other. Well, I don't need to keep talking about this shit. So yeah, now I got to share about this in a meeting because I told myself I'd share about shit in a meeting. I'm going to share it all in this meeting. I'm just going to fucking unload in this meeting. And then I'm really releasing it. That's the beauty of these meetings. I go to these meetings and I share everything that's going on in my life. I don't think I was quite sharing everything in these meetings these last couple of months. I was sharing a lot of stuff though, feelings and stuff, but now I get to release it completely. And that's the beauty of this. Like I came into a relationship strong, and I'm leaving it stronger. The pain sometimes grows us. It just fucking does, and I feel like instead of this, I watched this video where it's like, that's going to take more than a month. And I'm like, bullshit it is. I'm going to get through this shit in days. No. I get to choose how long I want to fucking deal with this. I get to choose how long I want to deal with this. It wasn't chosen for me. And I get to do it where I'm not upset. I think I've made my peace in these last couple of videos. And I've been nice. And I had this whim that maybe somebody reached out to me as somebody else. It just felt very weird. I'm proud of myself. I deaded that shit real quick. Come at me real. That's all I'm saying. Come at me real. I'm not going to be mean. I'll be mean to some fucking bot, if that's what it is. I deserve people to talk to me the way I'm going to talk to them. That's that whole deserving thing. You get what you deserve. My father used to say that. He used to always say this: you get what you deserve. Right? I didn't understand what that meant because he's about to beat my ass, or he's lay it on me. Like, whatever you put in is what you deserve out. And sometimes in that, shit fucking happens where you feel like you didn't deserve it. But trust me, there's a part in everything. I deserve the end of that because of how I put into that. Did I deserve it that way? Whatever. Like it's a fast track to a fucked up situation, and how I handled it, I felt was the right way. But yeah, it kind of fucking pissed me off that I had to deal with some bullshit today, knowing damn well who I'm talking to. Come on now. Just, no. Anyways. So, yeah, man, I'm in a good place right now. Sold a car today. So that puts me at 22. I got 4 appointments tomorrow, which means potentially I'll have 26. You never know who's going to show up. And then I got an RV deal that'll put me at 27. So, so I really feel like tomorrow's going to be one of them days where I got to end the month super strong, right? And in the right headspace. Kicking off the summer. That's when we do it, man, in the summertime. So if you can make it through the winter, the summer's awesome. If you're thinking about getting in this business. This business isn't for like what it was over the last couple of years was easy. You came in and people asked if a car was available. You said it'd be available in a couple months, and they put their name on it. And then you put them into finance. That ain't selling cars. That's taking orders. Making a good wage doing it. Now we're back to basics, where you have to dig and you have to figure out who you're talking to and really get to know these people and be good. And I'm not talking about sales techniques. I'm talking about getting into the hearts of the people that you're talking to because you actually care what they have to say. know, that's what this job is. Getting to know them so they can get to know you. People don't care about what you know. They only care about what you know when you know about enough about them. That's why they come to you. I was bred for this shit. And I enjoy it. It's crazy how some personal shit can make the job I do much easier. You know, and I love what I do for a living. You know, I'm not a fucking swindler. Look at that. The light from the Holy Ghost popping up on me. It's crazy how shit works. That's really some dude in a fucking lifted truck with his bright lights all behind me and shit. There we go. Anyways. Maybe. Who knows? I had to get that out. Honesty, open-mindedness, and willingness. If I take that principle, those three principles, and I apply them to my everyday living, my life will be okay. You know, I applied those principles to this situation. I didn't even realize I was doing it, but I practiced that so much regularly that I did it without even realizing it, and it helped me get through a situation that had nothing to do with drugs, me using drugs. You know, it had nothing to do with that. And it helped me get through it. And I don't feel like getting loaded over nothing. If anything, I'm so turned off on the whole idea of that because of what it makes people do, what it made me do. If you're living in some darkness, you can't figure out why you act the way you act, don't pick up. Go through the pain of like fucking what it takes to like figure out why you pick up. Work on that. Be of service to others. And I promise you, you'll start seeing all of these things that people do when they pick up. And you'll have more of an appreciation of why you won't pick up. You know, there's going to be things that happen in my life that are going to be tough. But I'll use these same principles to get through them. So I'm going to cut it short. I got to log into my meeting because that's what I do. I make my meetings. And I make them, and I don't get loaded in between. And that's my recommendation to anybody who's wondering if they should try to do this. Try that. Just try that. Try to make meetings and don't get loaded in between meetings. See what happens. You might fuck around and change your life, and then you might fuck around and change somebody else's. That's where the real work goes in. And don't associate with people who are getting loaded either. Doesn't, you know, just don't. So that's all I got. Love you guys. Bye. And if you don't believe me, come meet me and I'll prove it to you.